Chelsea Football Club have aspirations of getting back to the top of the Premier League and dominating Europe once again. However, difficult decisions have to be made, and it looks like a harsh one is being made on Armando Broja. I'll give you all the latest news on that. We've got the latest on Chalobah's situation, Gilchrist situation, and why Kepa RETURN is going to be returning to Chelsea and not leaving, but potentially staying for the long haul. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View. Today's video is more about who's going to be leaving the club rather than who's going to be coming in. I need you guys to do me a quick massive favor, all right? Number one, it's free of charge. Hit that like button. I want to get 750 likes, so do me a massive favor in the comments below. Tell me what number like you were. And I'm like 30 subs away from 32,300. So if we can get across to that number by the next time I release a video, I'll greatly appreciate that. That will be absolutely fantastic. So let's move on with the video and not waste it. So Armando Broja is a player that has graduated through Chelsea Academy, and a lot of people had a lot of hope for him, especially throughout his time at Southampton, where when the player goes on loan at the EPL clubs, we can actively track him, right? We can watch games against the top six, we can watch games when Chelsea aren't playing, and more importantly, we basically start to keep deeper tabs because it's not highlights, it's 90-minute games, and we build an affiliation with these players when they do well. What has happened to Armando Broja to the point where David Ornstein has come out with an exclusive now that Chelsea want to sell him? And this is not that Chelsea just want to get rid of him. It doesn't matter if a striker comes in on. If the right price comes, Armando Broja leaves. It is a very similar situation to Conor Gallagher. There are conflicting reports that Pochettino has asked the club to keep Gallagher and get rid of Ian Maatsen and Broja to compensate for the fee if Gallagher go in. But they've not come from a reliable source. This is just something that's floating out there, in my opinion, and that I've read. More importantly though, why are we getting rid of Broja, and is this the right thing to do? So firstly, let's look at this retrospectively, right? And then we'll look at it prospectively. Retrospectively, he went on loan to Vitesse, and at Vitesse he got 11 goals in 34 games. This came in 21 starts. The reason I say starts, so 11 goals in 21 starts, is because sometimes a player can come on for 30 seconds and that counts as an appearance. I don't think that's a fair representation of what the player has done. So 11 in 21 is a very good rate. Then he went on loan to Southampton, and at Southampton he got 9 in 38, and he had 23 starts. So whenever he starts, he's basically a 1 in 2 player, like close to 1 in 2. Then he came back to Chelsea and he suffered an injury. And this injury really was bad because Potter was about to give him the keys, Aubameyang was getting phased out, and everything was becoming pleasant for him. Armando got 1 goal in 18 at Chelsea with 3 starts, and then this season he's got 2 goals in 17 with 7 starts. What does this tell you? A, when he does get starts this season, he's not been the player to take the keys. Be honest with yourself and forget that he's from Cobham. Compare him to Nicholas Jackson. Would you rather keep Jackson or Broja at this moment in time? Who's the better player? In the comments below, let me know. Who's the better player? For me, it's Nicholas Jackson. Jackson's better at holding the ball up. In my opinion, Jackson's a more intelligent player. I think Jackson links the play up better. I think Jackson is better at using his abilities. And more importantly, he suits playing against low blocks a lot better than Armando Broja. But Broja is coming off an ACL injury, and it usually takes 9 months to recover from it after the recovery. We've seen it with Zuma, we've seen it with Emerson, and we've seen it with Rudiger, just at our club. So the reality is, you need to ask yourself, is this one of those things where you have to let him go? Let him fly away for him to become the best version of himself, where there's less pressure, where there's more minutes? Or do you hoard the talent and potentially just dilute any value you have for him? I don't know what the fee is that they're willing to sell him, but I'll tell you now, it is nowhere near the value that teams were offering us when he just came back from Southampton. Speaking of individuals that could be potentially going on loan, so we're looking at it that Chalobah is going to be going on loan, and Fulham are very interested. This is coming from Sky Germany. The links are there evidently through the buy-in time. We know he was really close to joining Bayern. The issue was Bayern didn't want to sanction the move for around about £35 million or take him on a loan with a guaranteed other option. They had no intention of activating. Well, it looks like Fulham are willing to take him on a 6-month loan with a potential option to buy. And a lot of people are going to say, oh my God, another option. They're just going to send him back. The reality is, peeps, and you need to look at it this way. Sell Chalobah now. Chalobah's a £20 million player at most. You'll be lucky to get £20 million. He goes on loan, he plays for 10 games, 15 games, to the end of the season. All of a sudden, that value goes back up to what it was, 30 to 35 million pounds. Sell him, pure profit, right there and then. We did it with Ian Maatsen. Maatsen's going to go on loan, and he's going to play football. He's going to come back and hopefully regain his value. Chelsea are banking on the fact that this individual goes on loan, expresses himself, develops, and then we resell him. Look, Chalobah's time at Chelsea is up, and we know that because we've seen it that multiple managers now haven't given him an opportunity. After Thomas Tuchel, not one of the managers consistently gave him a chance. Time to move him on for his sake as much as Chelsea's. That's just my personal opinion. One player that has really caught the eye of the Chelsea fan base this year and has really caught the heart of us, I'll be honest, is Gilchrist. Gilchrist is 20 years old. He's got tremendous leadership attributes. We see that because he's bossing the seniors around, and more importantly, he's technically very decent. For a centre-back, he's not the tallest and biggest. However, he imposes himself. He's got that little terrier about him, like a Lautaro Martinez. Likes to have a little dig, gets a physical battle, carries the ball well, passes it well, very comfortable in possession, can play right back. And what's been really nice to see is that Mauricio Pochettino is now increasing the minutes that he's trusting him with. Initially, it was 2-3 minutes, then it was 4-5 minutes, and now it's whenever we need to see a game out. Like back in the old days, you bring John Obi Mikel in the DM. Now it's you bring Gilchrist at the right back position. And whilst I'm against seeing games out in that kind of manner, I'd rather Chelsea go and kill games off. Gilchrist is evidently earning the trust of Mauricio Pochettino, and for me, that is absolutely imperative. Furthermore, he's got a great attitude. He's not sulking that he's not playing every week. He is literally embracing the role that he's getting. And for me, I think the role that he's getting now for the long term of his career at Chelsea is much better than the role that he would be getting if he was a Bashir Humphreys on loan at Swansea. When Bashir comes back in the summer, all of a sudden he's got 4 weeks to prove to the manager, I'm here, I'm ready to turn up. Humphreys on the other, but that's for Bashir. For Gilchrist now, Donny doesn't have to do that. He's there every single week. He's under Pochettino's arm. Gaffer, what do you want me to do today? Gaffer, where am I going today? Gaffer, what position? And all of this is trust. Guys, I think the imperative thing on the top managers or experienced managers is to gain their trust. And it's evident this player is doing it. And it's not Bashir's fault he's on loan, because it's just the pathway Chelsea set out for him. Yes, he's going to develop in actual game time minutes and get game experience. For me, Gilchrist at the moment is smashing it, and what else he's doing is that transfer fee for him one day when we do sell him, if he doesn't make it at Chelsea, is going to be beautiful, because he's going to have around about 60-70 games for Chelsea Football Club one day, or 2025 with beautiful potential where people will be like, yeah, but if he plays this many games, he's going to be even better. Someone will pay us 30 to 35 million, pure profit. That's how the club views it. I'm sorry to make it like so financially savvy, but that's how it works. The final part of today's video is regarding Kepa RETURN. Kepa's gone on loan to Real Madrid. He just won the Super Cup. He's on track to winning a La Liga title, as well as potentially making a good run in the Copa del Rey and the Champions League. However, he is losing his spot in that team. His performances recently have been so poor that there is even conversation of sending him back from the fans. The fans do not want him there. And Ancelotti's consistently have to come out to defend him. But, and this is the big but, it looks like Real Madrid have no intention, according to The Athletic, of re-signing the player. They think this is a short-term gap, and for Chelsea this suited because they could get his wages off the books. But more importantly, and this is the big one, and I think people need to appreciate this, he literally will be second choice, and Real Madrid don't believe paying 17.5 million for a player to be second choice is worth it. And a lot of people are going to say, why don't Chelsea just drop the fee? Because on the accounting books, it's going to be a negative. The way you need to look at it is Kepa cost £17 million plus his wages, and it's accumulated across the life of the contract divided by the number of the years that he's played for Chelsea or he has on his contract deal, right? So if Chelsea send him for 17.5 for that year, they make no loss. And if they sell for more, it's a profit. Happy days, everyone's dancing. So we need to find a way to have a solution with Kepa, because at this moment in time, I don't think Real are going to buy him. I don't think it's going to be a move that is going to make us happy, but it is what it is. Guys, today's video was a short one, quick one, but the news was intriguing, and I'm really glad that you guys give me a platform once again to be able to express my views about Chelsea Football Club, because it's the club that I love, and I love making content for you guys. So in the comments below, let me know what kind of content you would like to see more outside of Chelsea Football Club, or more content about Chelsea Football Club. And furthermore, the final one, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.